Hello, hello, welcome to Space Radish. Welcome to part 3, Little Gull. So you're thinking, what the hell is Little Gull? Little Gull is our aeroplane. Well, it's going to be. I've made it already. I'm not going to lie. I thought I'd just do it off camera, off recording, because it took me a while. And I was quite keen to get something that would work. And I thought we'd better have some contracts, because one of the big parts of this playthrough will be doing different contract packs, and one of them is basically make aircraft useful. So there's a few contracts to do. Obviously one is just to build an aircraft that will go up and come back down and land, which is easier said than done. And here we are, we should see the Little Gull, and that's my Mark 1. And the thing that worries me about this is a twin engine aircraft, and you can see it's a unique kind of cockpit there, and it's one of the many mods that I've put on here has sort of added that. And we're going for its maiden flight, which a maiden flight in Kerbal is always a dangerous thing. I quite like it. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it, apart from it's leaning a bit forward. Those wheels are absolutely shite. Any force on those and they just explode, causing, you know, severe injuries to our Kerbals, possibly life-threatening ones. So as you can see, not the best start. Now that was Valentina, and I couldn't lose Valentina yet. I know I said I wouldn't reload, but I did, because I want to keep Valentina for a bit longer. Otherwise, I'd just run out of pilots too soon. So I thought I did some tweaking, did some adjustments, and hopefully we'll see an improvement. Because I really need to get some cash in, because the idea is that I get loads of cash in to invest in the space center. So we would look at improving the launch pad, improving the VAB, and oh, that's a bit ropey, isn't it? Look at that, dancing away on the runway, beautiful. And yeah, so I need that really to put sort of get further in my rocketry, which is to go to the Mun and do money stuff. Literally Mun and money, I need both. So that is the idea of doing these contracts, is just to gather a bit of money. They're not huge money, but theoretically if I can get my planes to be stable, I don't lose any money, because hopefully you land and you keep everything intact. So this first mission was just me really just trying to get this observation contract, which is basically as a point between the island airway and Kerbal Space Center. It's around here somewhere, and I got very lost, mainly because I didn't read the contract properly. Basically you have to click crew report in this area, and I was just flying around hoping it would just ping and complete, but no, you had to do a crew report, and that's what got me. I just was flying around for ages. But this is quite an efficient plane. I haven't even given it a full fuel load, and it just flies happily around, enjoying itself. And there we are, starting to put two and two together, that I actually need to do a crew report. I think that is literally the moment that I realised. But basically this plane is actually quite good in the air. It can fly at quite a low speed. It's a bit too sort of floaty maybe, but turning can be, if you're not going fast, turning on it can be a bit dicey. But overall, its biggest weakness is the wheels. The wheels are an absolute shit show, let's not lie. Okay, so we're coming in for our first proper landing, and obviously a landing is not only the most fun thing you can do in Kerbal, it's also the most likely to cause kind of rapid disassembly, isn't it? So I'm just landing. That runway is just not for me, not with this plane. So I'm just going to go on the old grass, go for a grass landing. I love a grass landing. And it's just a case of, my hope was to try and sort of edge myself down and kind of kill my airspeed by sort of pulling up and just reducing that overall speed, thinking that if I can get it under maybe 50 meters per second, my wheels might not blow up. And that is for me a very careful landing. Quite proud of myself there. And we're nearly at touchdown. There we go. And a little bounce, that's okay, because we didn't blow up and our wheels are still there. Yes, look at that, beautiful. That is what I call a successful landing, and we actually got signs and a contract complete from that. So I had some more contracts I wanted to do, and I thought we may as well just blast these away. I think in the end I've done about 5 or 6 contracts. This is the Mark II little Gull, and the main changes are bigger wheels, and the wheels come from one of the mod packs. It's on there. I just missed it. I've got tweak scales, so I can make them. They're supposed to be bigger, I think, and I made them smaller. So I kind of tweaked little Gull as I went along on each mission, really, until we've got the final version, which you'll see at the end. But it's got all the science experiments on. It's got an aerial, and yeah, it works lovely. And this is basically the airfield contract that basically where it asks us to land at the airfield, barnstorm 2 of the hangars, and take off and land again. I've never had much success with the airfield. It's been my Achilles heel, one of many Achilles heel in this game. And I did a little lovely flyby because I knew I wouldn't land that time, so did a flyby. I think it's harder to land from this end because you kind of got to descend quicker. But yeah, I'm just not good. I'm just not good at the game. I love the game. I'm just crap. But you know, you gotta try, haven't you? I'm never going to be a pilot, so it's okay. But I do really love the profile of this plane. I think it looks beautiful. The cockpit is weird though. It's angled, so you can't really fly in the cockpit view unless you want to crash. I mean, in the air is probably okay, but landing, absolutely not. So we're coming in hot, baby, and engines cut off. And as you can see, there's not a huge amount of room to land here, so it's brakes on. Forgot to put the brakes on. Whoops. Brakes, and yeah. I was trying to, I was trying everything to not fall off the cliff, and unfortunately we lost some wingspan. So back at it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go back and finish that mission. Valentina survived quite happily. She was very safe in that plane. It was we had to recover what was left and add some more wings on there, and off we go. Now this time, this is the final version. I changed the front wheel to the ones that I've got on the side there, so they're a bit heavier and a bit of clipping on the actual thing, but it should allow me to land easier in places. I think actually I'm lying. I think this might be one of the altitude missions, because on my way there's basically a contract to get to 5,000 meters, sustain it, and I did it basically. So here we come in for a landing, and for some reason I chose the lock camera mode, which I can't do anymore because it makes me feel a bit motion sick. So yeah, that was a stupid idea, and as you can see, this is not gonna go well. And yeah, it was a disaster. See, I'd lost half my plane there. Explosions. I promised explosions in this series, and there's a few on this one. And yeah, attempt 2. Yeah, quick loaded. I know I promised I wouldn't, but just for now I will. On bigger missions I'm actually not going to, because a big mission is a big mission, and if I fail I fail, and that's part of the learning process. The one thing I'm really excited for with this series is the fact that those new planets, I'm just desperate to get to them. I almost want to rush through this, not even record it into episodes and just get to new planets, but I'm not going to do that. Like I said, this is going to be for me my final Kerbal playthrough of all time, because I think I need to just move on, and I may add stuff, and I'm going to add mods probably as I go along. One thing I'm thinking of, one we've more established, is maybe tack life support. Look at a bit of a wheelie there, but we landed successfully. Tack life support, and that'll basically mean that we have to, if we go into space or whatever, we need oxygen, food, water, places to piss, etc. I don't know, that last one might be a lie. And yeah, we're here, and basically I had to just go around, barnstorm those warehouses, hangers, I mean. And after doing that, it was basically chocks away. Now the one thing about this can take off really easily. It doesn't need a huge amount of speed now, and it's up and away. This plane is actually pretty good now that I've got it all sort of all kind of tweaked, and we're coming in for a final landing just to finish off the little Gull kind of adventures. And yeah, I'm definitely going to keep doing planes. We landed, it's okay. Do you know what? I still passed this mission because I landed safely. If you can call that safely, then I'm a happy man. That's brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, I did some more contracts. There's some more kind of altitude ones, a few observation ones, and I just thought I'd just grab the cash while I could. There she is. What a beauty. It almost looks like some sort of crazy like 80s bomber, doesn't it? Let me know what plane you think it looks like. But yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome. Love you. Bye.